Luigi's Curse, or Luigi's Mansion Creepypasta. A story by Drawing Lover 2002. Ozzy was rummaging through his old house and searched for items held close to him during his childhood. He found his Nintendo GameCube and began to reminisce about all the fun games that he used to have for it. He recalled that his favorite game was Luigi's Mansion. Eager to find the game and play it again, he searched for it until nightfall. Many games were found, but it was just his luck that he didn't find the one he wanted. He went back home and plugged his GameCube up to see if it even powered up. It did, and not until he booted up the main screen that the GameCube plays, if no disc is inserted, did he realize that he actually had his old memory card in front of it. He was logging to play the game. He checked to see if his save file Luigi's Mansion was still there. It was, but not under the name of the game. It read, "Good Night," which was what it played when you died in the game. The icon of the game was still there and completely normal, so he didn't think any more about it. He went to bed and woke up the next day with a even stronger urge to play the game. He went to the local game store and asked for Luigi's Mansion, but he didn't have it in stock. He had the same results with every other store he checked, and it began to anger him. He then resorted to what every other person with internet does when they want something: check eBay. Oddly enough, there was but one person selling the game. He had posted pictures of the disc, and it looked like it was in perfect condition, with a few minor scratches on the back. Also decided to buy it and arrived at his house several days later. With anticipation to relive his childhood, he tore open the envelope and got the game out. He flipped it over to look at the back, and the scratches didn't seem to be in the same position they were on the picture. Upon closer inspection, he almost thought the scratches made out the word "Good Night." Ignoring this, he put in the game and began to play it. The regular main menu screen opened up, but he realized that there was only one save file instead of 3 like normal. The save file was up to Area 4, which implied that he had neither beaten the game or was close to it. Something odd caught his eye before he selected the game. Before he selected the game. The boo counter that told him how many boos he had caught said 50 out of 50, but the boo's body was gone. Only the red eyes were left, which usually only appeared on King Boo. He selected the game and only to be killed immediately. "Good night," said the game in almost a whisper. It was odd, especially because the game had never read it aloud before, or at least not that he remembered. There was a power surge, and he had to reboot his GameCube. Out of curiosity, he checked the memory card for the save file again. The icon of Luigi had a horrified face that almost looked as if he was melting. Once again, it still read "Good Night." He went back to the game and selected the only save file once more. He was immediately spawned into the final boss battle, which, again, never happened. No matter what, Luigi is always supposed to spawn in the main room. Bowser fell from the sky, like usual, but something was different. He was more demonic looking, with longer and sharper horns, and his yellowish skin was now a dark red. Bowser let out a scream, and the battle began. No matter what Austin did, he was unable to evade any Bowser's attacks. He died almost instantly, and again, the game read, "Good night," in a slightly lower pitched voice. It was clear this time, and no longer a whisper. Again, his power surge. He opened that it didn't happen again, because usually if that power surges 3 times, it goes out. He put the game back up and checked the memory card. Luigi's neck was all that was shown, and the game save read "Cursed." As much as he didn't want to, he booted up the game once more. The boot counter now had a strange character set of numbers. Instead of 50 out of 50, it was more like P out of target. The red eyes were now gone, and in its place was Bowser's head, bodied and eyes sunk deep into the sockets. Austin checked this file and began to play. It was normal this time. He spawned in the main room and checked his map. All the places were unlocked, but one room was dark red with the words "Good Night" on it. Words never appear on the map, so out of curiosity, he began to go there on the very top floor. He opened the door. The walls were red, with blood splatters everywhere. Portraits of demonic ghosts were everyone, and one was rattling. It was the portrait of the the most evil-looking Bowser that Austin had ever seen. He's looking up using his Portuguese 3000, immediately Luigi's health shrank to 0. The game screamed, "Good night!" The power went completely out at his house, but his TV was left on. A frightening image was shown. It was him, except his face was melting, dripping down his body. He screamed and was instantly knocked to the ground. Someone was standing over him, but he couldn't see as everything was a blur. "Good night," it said, and Austin was knocked lifeless, slamming against the wall. Neighbors claimed to have heard a loud, almost alien-sounding scream, almost as if someone had edited it using an unnecessary amount of reverb. One neighbor was outside his afternoon jog, and he actually saw the lights go out in Austin's house. His story goes like this. The lights were completely out, and then a flash of green shone through the windows. I heard Austin scream in panic, and then a thump. I went up to his house to see if I could help, because it sounded like he was in danger. As I turned the doorknob, it was almost as if someone whispered, "Good night," to me. I walked in, and no one was there. Only a very small disc which looked to be a video game. It was green and it had the name Luigi's Curse. I began to explore around. That's where I found Austin, lifeless, a look of horror frozen on his face, a scar on his forehead that almost resembled a dinosaur of some sort. I called 911 and he was announced dead on the spot. Professionals and doctors claimed that Dawson died of a heart attack. Maybe it was, and maybe it wasn't. I guess it is really up to you to decide. One puzzling factor through was that scar on his forehead. I don't seem to remember him having it, but it was sure there now. His family decided that he should be cremated and his ashes kept. As he was being cremated, however, a person noticed that it was almost as if his skin from his head had turned to liquid and was dripping down his sides. From the crackling fire, it was almost as if he heard, "Good night." So that was Luigi's Curse, a creepypasta. And my final thoughts are, this is a pretty good creepypasta. Even for the flaw is that the whole page of it, the whole script of it, is just has the wall of text. Like, come on, can you just make every paragraph just trying to have one spot that was empty and the other one will have words too. Like, come on, I felt it looks too cramped, just for the whole words, for the script for the creepypasta. But anywho, it's actually pretty quite disturbing, like the whole ending about the kid, about Austin just pretty much knocked himself out and died with a pretty big scar and a freaking jump scare with a creepy image of him. It's just, goddamn, why is it any creepypasta has some kind of disturbing picture of a main character's face, main character's look being haunted, and he just accidentally knocked himself out and died. And the whole ending about the whole Austin died of a heart attack, such, I think it didn't make sense, because creepy images can give people almost a heart attack, sometimes. Especially when I just watched that, possibly the ending of Curse of Chucky, with that freaking old lady with the paper bags, with the airbag thing, the clear bag has no eyes. That freaking scared me to death from my 12-year-old me, just watching that ending, before the post-credit scene. It's just goddamn, why is this always freaking scare me every time I just watch this film? Especially for the film that actually brought back the horror roots of Child's Play after the disaster known as Seed of Chucky. Enough off topic about Chucky stuff, Child's Play and such. Overall, the creepypasta is really, really good, because possibly it felt kind of nostalgic for the early 2010 era of creepypastas, since they always been the most talked thing for in horror media. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more videos. And hope you have a pretty good day. And